the lands of the dead.
The castle of the deceased.
The pit where Doug is stored. Farewell.
Rest in peace, Doug.
I wound up summoning in another, but really in the middle of that process, recognizing that this is not a hallway that's really good for summons at all.
Yeah.
They will go into the hole and they will not return. It's not a good place for them there.
We didn't even get a chance to look at their ID and figure out what their name was. That's an absolute shame.
Tomb of the Unknown Golem right there.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
And friends. It's a lot of people's tomb. Collective burial is a proud local custom. It takes a village to fill a grave.
That makes sense. It's so that you're, in the next life, you'll be passed on with the rest of them. And by the next life, I mean when the necromancers wake you up.
Yes. The next week.
Yeah. Every week is a new life for those who live in Necrostan.
But yeah, it's like the poor man's version of being buried with all manner of effigies. Not everyone can afford an army of clay soldiers, so instead just use your neighbors.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
All work together. Remember, a zombie can take 2.1 paces in the time it takes to draw and aim your weapon.
That's enough to cross any amount of distance, really.
Done.
Zombies' legs are far longer than they appear. Highly elastic creatures. Medical pads. Quick comparison. For now, we'll stay insulated. There are switches to remove all of these spikes, but for the most part, said switches are behind the spikes. So. Just made it.
Petunia's
Deck was
living on
kind of
the
stacked
edge.
against Ishmael here.
Oh. Did I get it wrong? Oh, maybe... Oh, this license that we picked up was actually from the previous golem.
Finally identified.
They're Petunia. This one's Ishmael, huh?
At least now we know. We can contact next of kin.
Next of kin for golems is just a bunch of rocks.
The earth itself is actually quite easy. Just carve some runes.
It's like you tap the ground and say, sorry about that. That's basically all you gotta do. Earth's not gonna care much.
It's not demanded, but it is polite. Less polite, corridors full of broken doors.
It's true.
gonna finally admit that maybe just directly into the pit. Don't ask me how that worked as far as where the hitbox of the elevator is.
You just gotta slow
Such
down,
a mysteries.
Ugh.
Terrible.
What a disappointing
country.
find.
Taking a moment to review the bomber compositions that we have right now. There exist situations where they could be useful. They whip up a few if we get another opportunity. Yeah, by and large, we're just kind of here again. It's the land of the dead. Reasonably solid dungeon. Fitting final ordeal.
Just walking our way through the skeleton murder room hallway.
Every day of your life, grinding bone. That's using your environment.
Highly respectable tactics.
See, when you're away from nature, inside of Artifice, that's when it's most important to be at one with nature.
Of course.
It's a foolish man who thinks of, well, the works of man as being separate from that. Man is of nature.
Yeah.
Architecture is the human hive.
Very many of imp await. Oh, or perhaps only two.
No, there's always more. There is no shortage of... I think these are actually called like Gremlin or something else. Imps are the little blue ones. Hilarious.
Gerblins. A lot of gerblin on the way.
Assholes is what they are.
Yeah.
Pixie Swarm's a pretty good weapon against them, though. By the late game, you've leveled it up a bit, and there's actually a decent quantity of damage per swarm, and it's low cost. So they all manage to put themselves on target.
We are protected.
Thoroughly protected. always remain suspicious of that geometry. It may just be the gap those rocks slide into. But it really feels like there's something lurking in there.
Well, that was easy.
Reduced to dust.
That's typically what happens when you're crushed by the hand of God, I think.
Takes so damn long to recharge a golem.
They got some many hit points. HPs.
Fuel efficiency is the last thing anyone had in mind when they were carving Seamus. And more burn.
We learned how to make better fire. We have upgraded from wood to charcoal. Ah, of course. How
Classic
else?
box of compressed bone.
Yeah, how else are they going to store their skeletons?
It's only under intense pressure that you're able to get the skeleton into liquid form. Once you've created that environment, it's much easier to handle that way.
Ah, this is...
Our first dead warrior, yeah.
That makes sense.
Time for poison to shine. In case anyone had forgotten, dead warriors, extremely powerful.
Very dangerous.
This is the sort of situation I had in mind. Just go get him, buddy.
Exploded into stank and a fist.
Classic stankiness. Yeah, for now, warriors, the only thing you can get out of them is the cape. Real shame. There's just no equivalent loot pinata enemies for the other classes.
Yeah. And there's no reason to take anything else because, well, I mean, there's no more need for money. Well, barely got to know you, Ahab.
Couldn't keep up with the times.
We summoned Randy only to immediately send him off to get destroyed. Oh.
Summoned him for an important purpose. Yeah, whatever's on the other side of that circle. Randy's dealing with it.
Ah, well, there we go.
Mission accomplished. Next up, Yolanda.
Yolanda's got this. Come on. Sending Golems to their Death Simulator 2017.
Here we go, Trent. Good job, Trent.
Very useful, Trent. You got this. Just a spiteful ghost, huh?
Teleport ghosts. There we go. That's probably the heart of what was causing a good run or bad run for any of the golems. They're not stun immune. There's a question of if they don't get stunned, they get in there and do what they do. If they get caught off guard, they get slowly dismantled. We'll deal with that guy right after. There you are, Cornelius. We're resynced.
There we go. Cornelius got the parting shot in for 2 damage.
Whatever it takes. That last shot that counts the most.
Every shot prior is just leading up to that last shot.
Takes 2 to football. And 2 or more to figure out which way is out of teleport maze. A box of mysteries.
The real reward was opening the box in the first place.
Yeah, nothing about this one. The teleporters are not like binary, they don't link back to where they came from. They're all unidirectional. Where you arrive sends you somewhere else. So if you stand still, there's probably cycles that form. All you know is where you've been. Ain't none of us know where we're going.
Ah, the blobs.
Return to orbs. Does that mean just very fast projectile? Just weighing the options here. Several subtly different crossbows. They have their merits. Matter of taste. There is a box back there. But how?
How? How do you
What
box?
is the secret? Sort of throwing those under considering, you know, maybe there was some kind of switch inside that you could hit it directly. Crime is unsolvable.
It is unknowable and impossible. Oh my. Is this the first greater necromancer?
Time for a fine arena battle of these swamp otters.
Swamp daddies.
The in-practice counterspell are particularly useful. The things it works on are usually too fast for you to anticipate. Especially if you're needing to, like, Rolodex around through a full spell list. The Warrior Shout you can sometimes get away with, but that's because you only have the one bar of moves to ever think about.
Yeah. Okay. Too close for spells. Switching to Halberd.
Never too close for gun.
Gun is always the option.
We have yet to determine the optimal range of Brandon here. Light is medicine, from the right point of view.
It helps you produce vitamin D. Or A. I forget which one, but it's important.
Half remembering some kind of sideway into a room. Probably not actually this one though.
Done.
I was just thinking that this seemed like a manaless marathon extent here. Whatever you call it.
Yeah, a lot of the longer dungeons are pretty tightly but reasonably paced about mana stones. A lot of zombie.
Done.
Is this another one of those mass graves?
Done.
thinking of this hallway when I started probing around elsewhere. This is a thing. These places as rewards.
The outer hall, of course.
Sort of already depleted it by going into the main room at all. But it was there. We were there. So we move on. Yeah, whenever you're ready, York.
Yorg is slow, alright?
York is cautious.
Oh. Speaking of slow, here's something that is the opposite of that.
Warriors York was right to be fearful. Fortunately, stun has its full effect on these guys.
Like
Very quickly catch up the moment it wears off. You can at least stop them, and we're feeling very feisty at the time. I got like a crossbow bolt in during that stun window pretty reasonably. I was thinking in terms of spells at the time though. Which Talmud is a pretty bad choice because Warriors have like a full set of fire resist armor. And there we go. At this point, I'm reaching for an opportunity to
There we go.
Or separate time.
The Stank Fist maneuver is very effective.
I caused high return.
Believe it or not, it's actually not named after the, the effects of it. It's named after the originator, Gabriel Stankfist. He was a famous vampire hunter.
That itself being an anglicization of its original name, Stankfeist.
Yeah. Speaking of Gabriels, hi Gabriel. Good old Gabe.
Into the hole. This one's yours, made for you. Classic zombie hole.
Gabe, please, leave the rats alone.
There are other things here, Gabe. Most of them larger than rats.
Well,
Much larger than rats. Just listen. There's also a shortage of fuel.
Done.
Oh, not yet a shortage of treasure. Perhaps time to experiment.
Done. Done.
I mean, they throw fire, they're immune to fire. Surely they're good anti-zombie weapons.
Sally and Harry, what are you guys doing here? I mean, those two things are true, but also they explode the moment that they get hit twice. Also, they like to kill rats. Harry? Harry, where'd you go?
This is sort of working.
Oh, that's probably where Harry went. Also, I just noticed that their final explosion does have friendly fire. It hits you.
Yep. Fire has no friends, only interests. There is in fact no such thing as domestic fire.
That makes
All
sense.
fire is wild. Don't be fooled by those folk who try to go out and live among the fire.
It's true. This won't ever work out. Man, Jesus took a long time to show up.
Where's he going?
Yeah, but still.
Summoning Cult is not the only consideration on his plate today.
Done. Done.
And just to remember which series of switches actually arranges the stones right to leave.
Impossible cube hell.
Gonna hit every one of these plates I can. That's economical.
That's just good science. And business.
I don't want plates going to waste.
Ah.
Excuse me.
Run.
Excuse me, sir.
This, hold on.
There we go.
Stay right there.
Right with you.
Alright.
Such a good design for the machine wheel. It's just a boiler with legs and arms.
Thankfully, all it takes is 3 gunshots and Jesus' fists to destroy one.
His punches are like a solid 2/3, 3/4 of a bullet.
Yeah, makes sense.
When I think I was considering the question of if I had ever found a book of them, and if I would ever, say, if you can charge them, if you could charm those guys, it's really useful. Imp but larger.
There he goes. Ah, whoops. Hold on now.
That was in fact the wrong bear the first time.
I wasn't aware it was time for bears.
Yeah, I figure against the quick little guys, I'd rather have more attacks getting swung and more targets going on.
Well, Alexander and Olivier should be really useful here. I guess. I actually don't know how useful bears are.
We'll find out.
Being flanked by 2 bears at all times is excellent, though, for what it's worth.
It's good for morale.
Yeah.
Status symbol more than anything. Alright, 2 bears, can you defeat a robot? Not really, no.
Well, Alex can't, at least. And there goes Olivier.
Alright, get him, Zandak.
Golem fight. How effective?
Yeah, Machine Golem will be a little more damaging than regular Golem. It has a subtle edge.
Useful, I guess. An unenchanted leather tunic. Feh.
the finest of otherwise mundane clothing. Masterpiece of mediocrity.
Is it finally time? We have reached the 10th level.
The 10th level. Also, I noticed something about the UI I had actually never seen before in all the play. At the moment you level up, those two gears behind your health and mana bars, they turn a notch.
Huh.
Weird.
I'm mostly jazzed that we finally get to destroy Wudong. Oh my!
Our fatal skill.
Oh my! I was not aware of the sound effect of the mana sapping blue fire being as good as that.
It's really good sound.
Yeah. What do you think, Sharif? I'm sure Sharif was into it.
Homes even perceive sound the way we do.
Well,
Kind of acoustics.
yeah, like they
When
don't.
your head's made of stone.
It's more like their entire body, I guess, is their ear.
Make it real rough to get them protective equipment. I suppose maybe if you like work out some kind of noise canceling paint stain, a veneer, an enamel.
A lacquer?
Yeah, just lacquer on some noise cancellation.
Yeah. Sounds good.
The games begin.
Many powerful orbs await you.
The 18 balance orbs of shouting.
Sharif is having a grand old time over there.
Getting the hang of it.
Done.
secret embrace the bounds. Beat the flow of the orbs.
Of course, that makes so much
Become
sense.
attuned to their rhythms. Like that.
And jump.
Control the bouncing to align your energies.
It's what we're best at, since we are now the scion of Invincible School. The Invincible.
Invincible Uncle. Final parting tab, then upward, onward.
Beyond.